Another day, another grind. This time, we're cheap on the Lizardman and see a zap on Tomb Kings. We are in the lower bracket of the semi-beginner tournament from Smiting Samurai. That's me. And yeah, I can only say that this one was really, really a sweaty pairing here. And yeah, let's get into it. It's a very interesting matchup. Never really saw that much here. And let's get into it. We have one dinosaur here, support monster, as you can see. We have Krokar. He is trying to lead his forces into the win. I see that we have some... What do we have here? We have flyers, so Ripodactyl riders, and also some skinks, I guess. No, chameleon skinks even. Wow. On the Tomb Kings, we have the Cetra, the Imperishable, this time as always on the Sphinx, and we have the good old Bone Giant shooting into the lizards as they approach. So yeah, let's get it on. Let's you can already see those shots are going in. This Bone Giant is probably the one that is dangerous right now, of course, but maybe the lizards can surprise the Tomb Kings. I don't know if they're capable here because the skeleton horsemen are moving around, and I guess he could see those flying units already approaching. Bone Giant moving in. I guess they're trying really to take cover here in those woods, and over here skeleton horsemen are moving. Let's fast forward once again, and yeah, this is right now really something I noticed. And I don't know what happened here, but he gets really, really stomped down. Krokar is trying to get in, but there are salvos over salvos over salvos going into him, and he has to run. He loses a lot of life, so Sheep not really good in micromanaging him. Probably, maybe he tried also, like I usually do, to, yeah, dance around those attacks here. And now the riders trying to get into the horsemen. Oh, and you can really see that Step is moving those horsemen around just to yeah, get away, or not get away, but lure them away. And now, oh my god, what happened here? Krokar doesn't want to fight anymore, and now the horsemen are getting in, and this is really a fumble. Oh, I think that is the main reason that this... I thought Lizard Army had a chance, but with Krokar really running away, broken, that's probably not what you would have expected in the beginning. So now fast forward again, and you can see this is really now unfortunate. No skinks here to use the to soften up those units over here. So all those lizards here are having a hard time. They're getting spiked by those shots. I know it's more like tickling, but still it is good enough to do good damage. We have the Skink Chief over here. I didn't know that he was here, but I don't know if he can handle Cetra that well. As you can see, Cetra is kind of like tickled, but not much more. And now we have the Chameleon Skinks from the back line, and they're disrupting pretty well. The Bone Giant can't shoot now, I guess, but immediately responds with the Car Horseman, and I guess that those Chameleon Skinks will have a hard time to do anything really important. So yeah, let's fast forward once again, and you can already see that the amount of Tomb Kings is just way higher, and there all the other lizard units are getting ripped apart. I think that the bigger units over here had a good chance to fight, but I would not have this dino fight those spearmen. I would try to get into that. Oh, and he is trying that, but it's unfortunately not going well. Over here, Krokar is running now away, trying to get into the back line again, trying to force those units into the melee fight. But the Bone Giants can still shoot a lot of magical arrows. And now we have a nice engage here. I guess this unit gets surrounded and is probably falling soon. And to be honest, the Tomb Kings are still on their yeah, they have the regeneration on, and I guess this game is almost done because there is way more units for the Tomb Kings, and the lizards are shattered. Their leadership is going down, and I don't think that they can really sustain that much of a fight anymore. Let's fast forward once more. I have to say that the lizards are like very much trying their best, trying to stay here, but right now there are way more green colors than red colors, and even though you have the skink chief over here fighting, the game is already done. Yeah, let's get into the quick recap. Cetra did good value. You can see, I don't know if this unit was kind of, yeah, maybe it was okay. I think that the chameleon skinks, okay, we had a couple of skinks. I didn't see them before, but I didn't really see any damage of them, so they went down really quickly. Yeah, but there is another game coming on. This time it's a weird sheep on Slanesh against the Empire and Seb. A nice, yeah, I would say a good build here with a little bit of magic, couple of those riders that you need, and then outriders even. And the Slanesh build, I have to say, I don't know anything about Slanesh. It seems pretty, yeah, pretty, very much infantry focused. We have anti-infantry over here. We have devoted marauders. We have the little whip girlies, but we have also Sigvald. And Sigvald, in my opinion, is a big bad guy, right? Here, over here, Boris on his hippogriff, and they're already moving in. I like the map because there is a lot of hidden obstacles here. Well, not hidden, but I mean, you can hide in the obstacles, and that is pretty much something I really like. So the Sorcerer of Slanesh, Chaos Sorcerer, already getting sniped by those Pistoliers and the another Pistoliers, and a nice Pit of Shade is going down. This unit is getting chomped down really good against those great swords. Nice engage. And Sigvald is moving into the halberdiers, and that's a good engage, I would say, because he is infantry sized, and the halberdiers, they're kind of, as we know, anti-large. So Sigvald is going to rip those apart in a long run. Now we can see the Hell Scourges over here. They're ripping up those shielded spearmen, of course, but the Empire has their cavalry moving in. And over here, I don't know why these spawns of Slanesh are just standing around doing nothing. That's probably a little bit of a, yeah, bad micromanaging, but hey, I do the same, so that's not a problem. This is a nice, I would say a nice, they ripped apart those Demogryph Knights, but 3 units is a little bit too much. And now the Chaos Furies are moving in. The forgotten units over here, and they are shredding those crossbow guys over here really apart. That's so nice, and they have to split their attention. They can't shoot into the front. Couple of Furies going down, but this engage is really pretty good. Boris is moving in, trying to support his fighters, and we have the spawns still over here. The Pistoliers are really having a lot of freedom to use their weapons effectively, and those Hell Scourges, well, I don't think that they want to go in here, but they don't have a choice, so whatsoever. The Jade Wizard is trying to help out over here against those Demonettes, and another Exalted Demonettes over here. But guys, the Furies and the Fiends of Slanesh plus those Demonettes, they are having fun with Boris, and that is amazingly, like, this fight here, really good, really good. But on the whole battlefield, when we look around, well, Chaos Furies again going into the Huntsman, and another crossbow unit is somewhere here trying to help out again. And for now, I would say that the Empire is kind of winning, right? So, but still, this engage here with all those Furies and another Chaos Fury unit moving over here, I guess this could be a really nice blob fight. And those Pistoliers, yeah, of course, they can shoot in, no doubt about it. But when you think about it, they are not hitting all the units. They're getting distracted a little bit by those Demonettes, and again, more engagements with those Furies. That's really good from a weird sheep. So here, yeah, those Demonettes, they will probably rip apart all those units over here. So the only problem is that there are still Huntsmen and Greatswords around that can engage into those units as well. And yeah, Slanesh does not have a lot of units left. Those Fiends again going in, I don't even know, I have to check what that means. Oh wow, that's kind of pretty good. And Boris is in the, yeah, he's trying to get away, gets a nice heal from the Jade Wizard, but Sigwald does not care. He is now ripping apart those Pistoliers because they don't have any ammunition anymore. So right now, to be honest, the whole army of the Empire losing their ammunition. So, like, not losing, but they're missing ammunition over here, and that is amazingly that those Furies, wow, I didn't know that they could do that well. And let's fast forward a little bit, because those Furies are getting shot more and more. Boris is moving into those again, and you can see that the army of the Slanesh is shaken, is broken, and only Sigwald is still on high HP. But guys, you know what? Maybe Sigwald is the one that will bring the victory for Sheep. Because He is kind of eager. He wants to fight. And those Chaos Furies, they are going down. Nice micromanaging over here to try to force Boris into the ground. And right now, this is what Sigvald wanted. He's trying to fight those. And Seb is really trying to heal his units up. He's using the wizard here to get an advantage again. And it is only Furies, Demonettes, and another Demonette unit. And yeah, let's fast forward over here and see what will happen, because it is really nasty. Seb is really trying his best to win this match, but Sigvald is still alive, still online, and he is having fun ripping all those units apart. Look at this raid boss. This is a raid boss, and I don't know how you can call it differently. Boris can move in, but it doesn't matter. Guys, it does not matter. So in the end, you can see Sigvald is fighting, and now the allied troops are, yeah, the Empire troops are kind of like losing hope. And let's fast forward even more, because guys, Sigvald will win, and that's crazy. One raid boss unit can fight off every unit you can get. Of course, he gets a little bit low, but you can see leadership is crumbling down, and there is no one who can stand against Sigvald. And so we have it. I'm really, really curious how Sigvald performed. So Sigvald went in and showed who's not even the prince, but the king right now. He was the king of the battlefield. On the other side also, Demonettes, really great fighters. I have to say, I was surprised. Like, this setup really went deep and had a good engagement to win, and they got the W. Plus, I would say those Pistoliers, they had a long time where they could fight. Otherwise, well, I would say Boris got a little bit smacked. He couldn't really participate in those fights that much. The war wagon was pretty good. So now we have a third match, and let's get into it. So this is the deciding battle. A weird sheep on Norska against Zeb on Beastmen. And I didn't see a lot of Beastmen matches over here, and I usually would assume you go with more like mobility than with those very cheap but also underperforming and overpaid archer units. And yeah, let's get into the heroes here. We have the Beast Lord, and we also have another guy that I can't find right now. There he is, the Bray Shaman, right? And on the other side, of course, Norska has Wolfric on a... Does he have... What did he bring? He brought his horse. All right. So they're going in. We have immediately Marauder Horsemen with throwing axes over here. The same goes here. But the Beastmen are not shy too of their same and own throwing axes unit. So this is gonna be fun, I guess. And immediately Wolfric is going into the battle, trying to fight those Gorherds with shields. That's kind of a favorable engage. But you know what? Norska has a problem. And the problem is called those Ungor Raiders, right? We have a lot of Ungor Raiders that can shoot into those infantry lines and soften them up. So they kind of... And a nice Pit of Shade is going here. Ooh, that is going to delete a lot of the Barbarian units here. The barrack units. You can tell me. you native speakers. So Wolfric going in, kind of fighting here now against the Beast Lord. The Beast Lord is frostbitten, so he can't really run away that quickly. And on the other side, we have the very, very interesting throwing axes challenge over here. You can take bets who will win over here, but yeah, this is pretty nice. Skin Wolves going into the anti-large Centaurs, and that was a good engagement. Plus, those guys can regenerate, so you don't even miss out a lot on them. But on the back side, we also have Centaurs moving into those horsemen here, Marauder horsemen, and they get an engage, but get deleted immediately. So on this flank, I would say that sheep is kind of winning, but the main blob over here, right? When you look at that, those Ungol riders, they really enjoy their fight today. They're really unhindered. They can shoot in. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 units just shooting freely without any pressure from anywhere. So here now, finally, we have female warriors breaking through. They can go into the Ungol riders finally, and sheep is trying to break through this first line of defense. And even here, those Marauder horsemen still have a couple of ammunition over here, so they are trying to soften up those units, because once the beastmen kinda lose morale, lose leadership, they can be beaten for sure. And over here, Skin Wolves again going in to the Centaurs, good engage over here. And you would think that Norska is kind of leading, but I guess the value comes from those Ungol raiders, right? They can shoot in all the time, and Wolfric right now has a problem because he's surrounded by the Minotaurs with great weapons, and they rip him apart. Unfortunately, when he goes down, and he goes down here, this match is now kind of like in a bad spot for sheep. And Zeb, well, Zeb now can move around freely and fight down the Skin Wolf Werekin. And I think that because Wolfric went down, now all the other units are breaking. They're demoralized, and yeah, you could say that this is now a really, really uphill battle whatsoever. And you have now the Marauders. They don't have a lot of units anymore or ammunition. So Wolfskins are again onto the Ungol Raiders, and I would say, yeah, now it's probably even too late to do that. Let's fast forward, because as you can see, the Norska army is just, well, they only have female warriors, they have Skin Wolves, and those Marauder horsemen. I don't think that they can really do something against it. We can see a couple of shovels here jumping into those units, trying to maybe get some Ungol Riders, and there it is. So it was a nice fight, a really enjoyable fight, and you can see here all those Ungol Riders, they are worth their money in this fight. Wow, maybe not this, well, even this unit had a nice gold value over here. And I was also surprised about those lords here, because they did a great job to support their army. And for a weird sheep, well, Marauder horsemen for sure did a great job of running around and trying to leave as much havoc as possible. The Skin Wolves, yep, they were kind of good and valuable. Ice Trolls, I didn't see a lot of those, so I don't know what happened to them. And the female warriors, well, they tried. In general, I think that a weird sheep wins when he gets into those Ungor Raiders. Otherwise, this win is fully on Zeb. He was really unscathed, untouched, and could use this full army in full extent. So yeah, for now, I'm gonna fetch myself a green tea.